What is going on, guys? I am Chad from the red half of Sheffield, and today we're going to do another watch along. It is the Blades at home against Stoke City, and I am joined today. You know who I'm joined by because I never do this thing when Noah partners with me. So let's bring him in, Robert Captain Casa. See, if I slow it down, I don't put a T in there. How are you this morning, Robert?
I'm doing well. For some reason, I'm really bright, and I have no idea why. So my lighting in the room is off today, but maybe that's subtle signs of a bright performance on the horizon for the Blades. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to use that literary irony and all that. Anyways, good to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. Yeah, my light was off about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. It had a massive glare on the side of my face, and I was like, what is going on here? I had to be like this close to the screen, and
Mhm.
I was just like, dude, that's weird. I hope it goes away. And you know what? It's gone away. And we're
Yeah.
all good. So if we can get the sun ratio on, it does look like you're in a tanning bed, and one hat, like,
Yeah.
your face is like really,
This
really
side.
bright.
Maybe I'll I'll
Yeah,
I'll
it's
I'll tweak it. I'll see if I can mess with it maybe. But we're
but
here. We're having fun. We're on a watch along. It's Sheffield
yeah,
United versus
yeah,
Stoke City. Awesome game ahead of us.
yeah. Hopefully we can keep winning ways as we did last weekend, and we might as well show the folks what they want to see and put out the Blades lineup as it is scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Two key misses, two key additions, I would say. Um, both wingers are out today. Stevens in Baldock out, and slot in Jaden Bogle and Max Lowe.
Mm.
And I believe the only other change, obviously, aside from Fodderingham coming back in, the skipper coming back in. I mean, other than that, I think it's a pretty similar team to what we lined up against Millwall in the Cup last week. What are your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, it's a pretty strong lineup. Honestly, I like that Lowe and Bogle are back in. A team in the lower half of the league, although we know it doesn't mean too much in this division because anybody can beat anybody on any day. But I like to see those two starting today. I think going forward, they're going to be, the wing backs of the future. And honestly, getting Sharp in there, I think a lot of folks were saying maybe Jebison should start after his performance in the Cup. But I'm not opposed to Billy getting the start there today. I think the rest of the team is strong enough that we can support. And honestly, Jebison off the bench late in the game with the pace and the speed that he showed against Millwall, I think is going to be just as important for us as
Yeah,
if he would have been starting.
yeah. I mean, this looks a exciting lineup. Um, Based on what everybody's saying, you know, Stoke and where they are in the table. I believe they're 18th to start this game. Everybody's predicting pretty big score lines against these guys.
Mhm.
So, the likes of, does the skipper get on the score sheet? They just popped up a graphic on SUTV. I think Ndai's sixth in Europe in most chances created with like 16.
Mhm.
He's only like somewhere around like six or eight behind Eric or Erling Holland with 24. So, I mean, it's it's crazy how good that dude is, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's able to do what he we've seen in the past, he could carve this Stoke City defense up and open them up and put a couple goals home.
Yeah, no, I am excited. I want Illy to get back on the score sheet, like, for scoring goals, not just for providing assists. But as long as he's contributing to the goal, assist or the goal itself, Sheffield United is in a good position and that we're going to have a good day. So,
Yeah.
yeah, very, very excited to see what he can do against this Stoke side. who I'm not like super confident can stop him alone. So
Well, I mean, you lead into my next thing. Let's look at that Stoke City lineup. The guy that's scrolling across right, he's about to go off the screen now. He's gonna get what 4 or 5 goals for him today against us because that's how it usually always goes.
yeah. Jags, former Blades legend. He has popped up recently on the Twitter feed for scoring in the last game we played against Wrexham, since we drew Wrexham in the FA Cup as our next
Yeah,
game. So fresh on the minds of a lot of Blades fans right now, Phil Jagielka. So hopefully he doesn't score today. Hopefully, he has not a embarrassing performance, but something that we don't have to worry about saying his name too much, other than Illiman and Jai passing and dribbling around Jags. Something like that would be okay, but
yeah.
not
He's
on the
gonna be
other end.
out there. He's gonna be out there with his Kane and Walker out there hobbling around, and then he'll swing a corner and he'll swing it up and hit the ball, and then they'll give him a goal. But yes, as Scott said, this is a very defensive minded team, and
Mm,
that's I guess why I've been all the Blades type Sheffield United way, all the social media outlets that cover the Blades have been predicting big scorelines. I think on the pod I predicted 3-1, and I mean if we can breach their defense early and often, this could be I don't know 3-4.
yeah.
5. I mean, I just listened to four blades in a pub, and they all predicted 4-0 for today's game against Stoke. I was like, wow, I was a little taken back by that. But I mean, hopefully we can break it down. But we all often when teams set up defensively, it also often takes us a little bit of time to break them down.
Mhm.
Perhaps I mean it's not like when it's a more open game, we just go down there and pile the goals in. It takes us about a good half hour, and we break them down, and then we seem to break their back, and then put another goal or two in, which I would definitely like to see us keep a clean sheet because for some reason we can't keep clean sheets with Wes and goal. Um, kept one in the cup last week against Millwall, although when we scored the second one, Millwall was like kind of like screw it, this one's over. We're just not really going to do anything.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting a clean sheet. But guys, score predictions in chat row. Like to say good morning to chat row, everybody in there. I see some familiar faces. Johnny, unfortunately, will not be joining us. He is heading to Turf Moor to watch Burnley, so we won't have him procrastinate in chat row. But yeah, put your score predictions in and let us know what you think the Blades are going to do. Are we going to take 3 points and claw our way back towards the top and trim that deficit down against Burnley? Which did they drop points at some point? Because I thought we were 6 points behind.
Let's say we were 6 before the last match, and then we only got the draw, so that's how we
Oh,
ended up
okay.
with 5. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
So
was. That's what I was wondering because they showed the table and I was like, "Hold on a minute, did that's right?"
yep.
All my numbers got messed up, and I was like, "Hold on, it's been so many games in a row here that it's hard to keep up." But let's see some early score predictions starting to come in. Scott, he'll happily take a 1-0 win. Always kind of be a little bit tends to be a little bit pessimistic, kind of like me, but I'm predicting a bigger scoreline. Dumb idiot, it's me. 420, 4-1. Blades. Andrew 2-0. Mr. Snyder here. Mr. Schneider. Good morning, Mr. Schneider. Gonna say 3-1 to Blades. Oh yeah. Scott's out, because there's nobody to haggle back and forth with during the chat.
I bet say, but
Um,
Johnny did leave his score prediction
yes, he did.
before he
Yeah,
left,
he
1-0
did.
for the Blades. So like, thanks, Johnny. Although hopefully that doesn't like do that whole reverse psychology thing that Scott had going on a few weeks ago, where you
Yeah.
complain about Billy Sharp and then he scores a goal. we're still holding that against you, Scott.
Let's see. Oh, this will be good. This will be good for her birthday. Birthday win for the Blades. Um, oh, Scott, did you just change it? Head says 2-0. Heart going at 4-1. Okay. Ben's got 2-1. Simon's got 4-0 Blades. Chris 3-1. So all pretty much emphatic wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna throw my score prediction out there. I like on Wes's birthday, if he can keep a clean sheet, I think that's very doable today against this Stoke side that we've pointed out looks like they're lining up to try to defend and get a 0-0 draw. So I'm gonna go 1-0 to the Blades, clean sheet for Wes on the birthday. It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the Blades have to do to get it an emphatic scoreline like everybody, so many people in chat row are predicting?
Yeah, well, honestly, it like you've said, you got to score early. We have so many games this season started out on the front foot and then only gotten 1 goal or no goals out of that good possession early in the match. So we need to we need to actually put something in the net multiple times in the first half and build out that comfortable lead. Last year when we were crawling back up the table, it was all about the second half performances. It was about not letting the opposition score more than a goal in the first half and then coming out and blowing them out in the second half. We haven't really been able to do that. Our second half performances have not been as strong as last year. And because of that, we've needed to rely on better first half performances and getting the lead and then maintaining it. That's what the team this season is built to do. So honestly, that's the strategy: is more goals, more quickly, and there you go. That's how you get your comfortable score line.
Yeah, and they just prior to us coming on, they showed the highlights from the last time Stoke visited Bramall Lane last year, and Lise Mousset scored in that game.
Ooh.
And Didsey scored. Morgan Gibbs White had a overhead kick attempt that was blocked, but yeah, I think we ended up winning that one 2-1. If it reminds me, or if it comes to my mind correctly, but yeah, it was weird seeing Moose on the score sheet when he factored in our side last year. So not much.
Yeah.
You know, he was mystery injury. And I'm glad he's gone because it sounds like the team that he's playing for just like disciplined him, recently.
Yeah. I wasn't able to read the full article on that, but I did see the highlights of VfL Bochum in Germany, where Lise Mousset has been playing. A little bit of criticism on the effort, the pace, things that we were seeing for multiple seasons, where these are things that he should be doing really, really well at, and he wasn't here. Went there, same story. So, hoping the best long term for him, but glad it's at least not just here and that he's not here anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Stuart, you're probably right. If anyone scores for Stoke, it's going to be Jags. Mr. Schneider here says, yeah, that's what we have to be weary about, because we're probably going to have a bunch of possession in this game, and we can't be vulnerable on the counter, because if we're vulnerable on the counter, then we're going to be susceptible. And Fotheringham hasn't been exactly, I don't know, sure-handed West over the last, would you say, month? He's had a couple of gaffes in goal. So, we got to protect on the counter attack. And when we do lose possession, make sure we get back in numbers.
Yeah, no. And a lot of those goals aren't like directly Wes's fault. That's something I always want to preface when you bring up Wes and maybe getting a new keeper in and all that stuff is, but it's definitely like if he were that elite goalkeeper, and Premier League ready, could have potentially stopped some of those bad defensive situations from becoming goals. And definitely our defense has a leaky goal in them. won a match, it seems like. So as long as we can avoid that situation, be it on a counterattack, be it from a set piece, that's I think how you keep the clean sheet today.
Yeah, yeah, and Simon here brings up a good question. Are you surprised the skipper's back in ahead of Jebo after I'd say the best performance that Jebo's had in a Blades shirt since he scored against Everton when we were in the Prem?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was Jebison going to get the start, but you got to think Billy Sharp also has had a couple really good performances at the tail end of December.
Mhm.
So it's not like he's on like a really, really bad run of form. It's just one or two matches where he hasn't been back on the score sheet. So I can see why Heckingbottom kind of went back to, okay, this is my league starting side where Billy Sharp's in the side versus the cup side with Jebison. But if Jebison, comes on and can score a late goal, if he can get a goal in the next match or even in the FA Cup draw against Wrexham, who's to say like he doesn't supplant Billy Sharp as the first choice striker?
Yeah.
That could definitely happen. I'm not saying like I don't want Jebo to start, but right now there's no reason to necessarily pick one over the other. I think one performance is good, but it's just one performance. So a few more, kind of that repetition of good performances, and then yeah, Jebo starts for me.
Yeah, if you were to come on late today and, probably with 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or like 3 minutes, heck, you'll probably put him on with about 3 minutes left.
Hmm.
Um, and get a goal or have a encouraging run or something like that, that's more on the point of if he keeps piling up the good performances, then it would be hard, and especially because we all know what Sharp does. He tries to hold the ball up, sticks his butt out there, and gets a foul, and then he'll have a chance where Indio will slot one through, he'll run on it, and it'll get saved by the keeper. And then he'll have the odd goal here and there, but it's going to be hard to take him out because in spurts, he can be creative.
Hmm.
Jebo, it will, I don't know how to describe it. It's just kind of like he'll get subbed on and it'll kind of just, you won't notice him. It'll be like almost like a flat line and then maybe a little blip and then back to you're not really noticing him. So I think it was good what he got against Millwall, and hopefully that gives him the confidence because we're down to two strikers right now. Usula, I don't see Usula getting even on the bench. I probably think he's going to get loaned out to another team that gives him more opportunities to start than
Hmm.
where he was at Derby. So right now we're only down to two. No signs of us bringing anybody in at striker. McBurney's going to come back at some point. He has to.
Yeah.
Brewster will be back in about 3.5 years. So at some point, he's got to get his confidence and tell Hecky, I don't want to go out alone. I want to stay here. I want to fight for the starting striker spot. And he has to show that. And just like this is a long-winded answer, but if he gets more opportunities and gets his confidence and pots a couple of goals, it'd be hard for Hecky to turn his head and say, no, you know what? I'm going to go with somebody else. Let's go with Jebo.
Right. Right. No, that what you said is absolutely true. And yeah, the Will Asula thing, I think while he was, doing that suspension and whatnot, serving that, it kind of made sense to have him training here where we maybe trust our facilities and our trainers a little bit better, to help him and then get him out on another loan.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, and Scott with a good question that maybe is linked to the fact that we don't have any moves happening so far. I don't know anything about the takeover. Chad doesn't know anything about the
Yeah.
takeover, but
I've kind of stayed away from that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's
In
going to
all
happen,
honesty.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've kind of like I've said back when we were originally, what was this? Summertime of last year when we were rumored to accepted a bid for American Odors back then, and then
mhm.
everybody's like, "Oh my God, American Owners, American Owners, American Owners." Yeah, I didn't believe it until the Prince is shaking somebody's hand and they have a shirt and says the takeover's completed. Whatever, Dick's Sporting Goods takes over, Sheffield United. Now we're Sheffield United, Dick's Sporting Goods, and we just got Dick's across the front of us. That would be cool. But I don't believe anything until it's done. And out of what I was reading yesterday, there's either an American or Mike Ashley. And we don't want the latter because he'll drive the club into the ground. We've already seen what he did at Newcastle has been an absolute. He drove them into the ground. They wanted him out for the better part of 10, 15 years. And he finally gave up, got bought out by the Saudis, and they are what they are now. They're going to be winning the Prem here in the next 3 years. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. A long-winded answer for I don't care until it's done. And just don't drive the club to the National League, please.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
But yeah, if a takeover happens before the end of January, then I could see us doing a move for a striker or something. But honestly, it's hard to do that kind of business when a takeover is in progress. It just almost never happens. And so, Hecky said that he likes the side that we have. He's confident that this is a team that can, bring us promotion. And I think I am too. But you just have to have your players step up and, not stay injured and, have the performances we know each player can have. Because on everybody's best day, I think we could compete with some of the best Premier League teams on everybody's best day. Some of our players are that good. But it's a matter of getting that consistency, getting everybody to perform at the same time, at the same level. That is, the only concern for me. But on the whole, this is a promotion winning side, hands down.
Hopefully we keep up that form and, as you say, get promoted at the end of the season. I am wearing the yellow school bus goalkeeper kit for Wesley, his birthday. He's just turned 21. He looks good for his age. Have a beer after the game.
You said that. I'm like, hold on. That can't be true.
No, I don't even know how it is. I think the club put it on there, but I kind of rolled past it. Like, oh, it's Wes's birthday day. So he'll want to go and get a clean sheet and have a good performance and, take all 3 points. And let's see if we can add some pressure to Burnley, because who do the Clarets face in the league today after, good God, Rotherham stuffed Blackburn 4-0. So the team that is third in the league has a -4 goal differential after losing 4-0 to Rotherham away. Burnley have Coventry. Maybe Gyökeres can score 4, 5, 6, 7 goals for him today, and we beat Stoke and we close that gap up to the top of the table.
Yeah, no, definitely would like to see Coventry have a little bit of a bounce back after their loss to Wrexham. So,
yes, yes, do what Mr. Snyder does. We're going to pop this up again, like the Chef United way. Like and follow our podcast that Robert sometimes makes a guest appearance, me and Noah's podcast, Red Half of Sheffield, on Twitter, Facebook, and just listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you can find your podcast. So we are about 6 minutes away. Wow, we're getting increasingly closer. I will mention this to you, Robert. Thoughts on our FA Cup draw against Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney's Wrexham AFC.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We already were all predicting that it was going to be a TV broadcast, and lo and behold, a Sunday kickoff, primetime TV. I don't remember what the time was off the top of my head, but I know it's going to be broadcast. So here stateside, we get to watch it on ESPN Plus, although I think all the matches would have been on ESPN Plus anyways. Yeah. But I know locally in the UK, I believe you guys will get to watch that one on the telly. So yeah, excited. I think we I think have lost the luxury, ironically, of being able to put out a team of youth players, despite Wrexham being a National League side, because of the hype of the match, because of the drive and desire that Wrexham have, the support that they have everywhere, across the pond on both directions. So it really lends itself to, we're gonna probably put out a really strong side again and go and let's just take a hold of this and get into the next round. But I'm excited because I know we could beat Wrexham if we put our minds to it.
Yeah.
I don't think we will fall the way of Coventry. And even then, at the end, you could see Wrexham was tired. Coventry could have and should have probably come back and completed the comeback and won that game. So, but yeah, I'm confident enough that we can keep a good performance. And honestly, playing away at Wrexham, getting some good publicity here stateside for the Blades.
Yeah.
Next season, season 2 of Welcome to Wrexham, we'll get to be the baddies that knocked him out of the FA Cup. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
bring it on, man.
That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the exposure of the brand. And I think Noah's going to do a meetup with the LA Blades. I might, because I think Scott says 4:30. It's Sunday the 29th, I want to say, at 4:30. So I think it's 11:30 start here, maybe 12:30 start here. What is that? Yeah, I think 11:30 start here on our Eastern Standard Time. But I kind of want to go and represent the Blades because so many people, everybody over here's watched that documentary.
Yep.
So for us to be the baddies in that match, I'm okay with that. So I want to go represent the other team that's playing and be like, who's Sheffield United? So that's good for our brand. That's good for the Blades brand because they're getting not only exposure in England, but they're getting all over here in stateside. That's what I really like.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, that's a great shout. Like just getting out and finding a pub that's going to have, a bunch of casual fans who might be supporting Wrexham just because of the documentary or, one of the 2 American stars. And, Rob McElhenney, he's a Philly kid. He grew up in Philadelphia, supports the Eagles and all the teams here. I live 30 minutes away from Philadelphia. Why not go to a pub somewhere in downtown Philly, and wear the Blades stuff out? And that's a great shout. So I think I now have my Sunday plans that day.
Yeah, that's that is definitely what I'm going to do for that game. We are going to have a couple of Wrexham podcasters join our podcast in the coming weeks, previewing that match in the FA Cup, and so excited to get in touch with them. And when I reached out to them and told them that we're 2 Americans, like, oh, it's even better. So they can get our perspective on them, and we can get their thoughts on us, and let's see what happens. So we are getting ready for kickoff, guys. We are just under about 2 minutes. The teams are walking out. Wes doesn't have the school bus on. He has the green kit in goal. Man, I wonder what color Stoke have on it. They have white bottoms, so I can't see because they have their pullovers on. Yeah, so final thoughts before we kick this one off, Captain Casa.
Score lots of goals and score them early. Let's go.
I would agree with that. It looks like a near capacity Bramall Lane. Can't see either of the ends, but the stand where the camera is, near capacity, near full. There's a few seats at the bottom of the stands that are empty, but those always seem to be empty. So we are waiting for, I believe, I don't know what they're doing in the center circle. Some type of ceremony, I guess. I can't see what's going on there.
Yeah, all the mascots huddled up there. Captain's walking back over, so
I guess we're gonna do the coin flip, and then I don't know what the little kid. Maybe all starting 11 players for the Blades are going to run off and we're going to play with kids. And then everybody will be like, we put the kids in.
Didn't do it in the
Couple,
cup. Might as well do it now.
yeah, couple late score predictions. 3-1 Blades. Wayne, hey Wayne, 3-0 to the Blades. Scott says this, get in their face early and quick, get a couple goals. Yes, I would really like that because especially if we get that early goal and we can pull them out, and we're gonna be more because we're gonna have more of the possession. Oh, those Stoke uniforms look weird. They're white with just a black line across them.
I'd say the sash it's got some red and stuff, and once it's zoomed in, you can see it's got some interest to it. But
not one of my favorite ones.
I know we had a sash, the little hidden sash last year, but I don't know how I feel about sashes.
Sashes are not my thing. I think. Well, it is about that time, Captain Costa.
Yeah.
As we are getting ready to get this bad boy underway. Stoke look like they're taking the knee, and I don't want to miss this one. I'm going to be right on the time, and I got it. I'm right on time. Kickoff. We are underway.
Yep. So as the Stoke City players kick it off, ball does go out just into the Blades half. And we're ready to go. I think I'm only maybe a second behind you. So this is exciting stuff. Pretty synced up today. Yes. As out for another throw in for Stoke City on this near side. Stoke kicking from left to right, attacking the cop end as the Blades are kicking from right to left in this first half. And already ball forced back to the goalkeeper for Stoke City. Iliman Njai putting some real nice pressure on the back line. Something that the Blades need to be doing more often this season to keep other teams from having quality and comfortable possession.
Yeah. Hopefully we can keep this back line tight and needy and we don't concede. I would like us not to concede a goal.
Yep. And Njai was already fouled there, but no call given as he was ran into an early shot from out deep by Lewis Baker, easily collected by Wes Fodderingham. But yeah, no, hopefully nothing bad for Iliman Njai, who was hobbling just a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully he's not injured. And that was a pretty routine shot, easy for. We must have got it all the way down the other end because the Stoke goalkeeper was outletting the ball again.
Yep. So pass forward over the top from Anel Ahmedhodzic, takes a bounce, and Njai almost able to get to it, though the Stoke players were claiming offside there. Ref did not give it, so it'll be a Blades throw on the far side, just past the halfway line here for Jaden Bogle, who gets the start today over George Baldock, throwing it in a quick flick forward by Ollie Norwood, bouncing a few times for Njai. Now eventually landing for Bogle, who gets shoved out. And the ball bouncing off of his head becomes a Stoke City throw.
Yeah, Blades went for a foul, but I didn't really see one. There was like a casual bump, but nothing in that.
Yep, and a little bit more head tennis as both teams trying to settle this ball down in the midfield. And Stoke City eventually do get it out wide to the right to number 16, Ben Wilmot. But already pressure on the ball again from the Blades and winning a throw-in. This is good stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, this is how you want to start. Just pause the stream, Simon, and sync us up with the time. And yeah, I think I got it dead on today. At least on my stream, I think I'm dead on. But it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier when we're not on ESPN Plus.
That's fair because the streams get a lot more desynced that way, and definitely there's going to be a few seconds delay from the broadcast to your home, regardless, even if we were watching it at the same time. as the blades crossed it into the box, but it was cleared long. Jack Robinson able to beat the foot race there to the ball and pass it back to Wes, who passes it up to Norwood, out wide to Ahmed Hadzic, and a nice lengthy run here, already into the attacking third for NL. Finds Sanderberga, Jaden Bogle now on the ball, back to Norwood, who again, first time chip shot over the top. These are working pretty decently.
Yeah.
As the ball now is with Ahmed Hadzic, who is fouled, and the ref does give that free kick just outside of the center circle for the Blades.
Yeah, it looks like he pulled him back. Yeah, I'd give it a foul. I mean, so early in the match, nothing's gonna really come of it. But maybe we can lump it into the box here and see if we can get a chance on goal. Our first chance on goal of the game.
Pretty far out for Norwood. Definitely not one that he's going to shoot.
Just rip
goal.
it. Just rip it. Go ahead and rip it.
McAtee standing near the ball too, so maybe a short pass is on. All the players lined up really wide, almost the full length of the penalty area, as ball comes in, meets a Stoke head, and they're able to collect that one and almost out, clearing it out now, but Norwood does get there first, finds Billy Sharp, who is beaten, and oh no, there's Billy Sharp.
Yeah, I thought that was Billy deep.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was Billy really deep too. It looked like he was not very far offside, maybe a couple of inches, but
yeah,
I mean, I guess the ref knew better than we did.
So Stoke City now with the ball, back to their goalkeeper. Neither team having any really, really good chances in the first 5.5 minutes as it is. But Stoke City have another throw in from the far side.
It's kind of been I wouldn't say, well, I kind of say open game, but not really much in it. It's like watching paint dry right now. Both teams obviously feeling out period here. But let's see if the Blades can control more of the game here.
Yep. Sanderberga does win the loose ball there, passing it long to Billy Sharp, and Max Lowe is now on it, cutting through the middle of the field. He's got an option out wide. That is Billy Sharp on the left side, getting into the box, crossing it, and just high and over everybody's head. And so going to roll out for a throw in on the far side for Stoke City. But pretty nice build up there. Just needed a little bit better quality from the skipper on the cross in.
Yeah, he just kind of hoofed it over everyone. But that build up from Max Lowe getting out to the skipper was a nice build up, and I'd like to see more of that in this game.
Definitely. As Stoke City trying to work the ball through the middle, a couple loose touches slow their progress, and so they're now passing between the back lines here as Ben Wilmot on the ball.
That was awful.
Tried a little step over and, kind of ghost pass there and went to nobody. So the Blades have the ball. Iliman Njai running now down the left side, and he is able to keep the ball because it's Iliman Njai. Why not?
Yeah, right.
Now, looking for that pass in the middle, does eventually find Anel Ahmed Hadzic out wide, who is just steaming forward like a freight train. Jaden Bogle can't get the cross past the first man, so it is out for a Blades throw, about 8 yards from the corner flag here. But much better from the Blades the last few minutes.
Yeah, who is the I can't tell what number it is, but who is it? I guess it's Jackie Longthrow that looks like Sharp in defense. I never really compared this, but they look so similar right now. And I just thought Sharp was
camera angles.
Yeah, I was just certain Sharp was picking the ball, but I was like, man, Billy's way deep for that. But yeah, must be Jackie Longthrow's got a similar build to the skipper.
Yep. And now pushing forward, finding Billy, who first times it to Iliman Njai, and now it's McAtee finding out wide, the cross and the goal.
Come on! What a goal! What a goal! Get in! Come on! That was an easy as you like goal, man.
Beautiful, beautiful cross from Max Lowe. Lowe finding Illiman and Jai,
Wow.
who just passes it between the legs of the defenders and the keeper, putting that one in the back of the net. The Blades are up 1-0. What a sequence. What a goal.
Oh my God. I mean, that was a great cross, a low line cross, just driving in and just flicked it on. I gotta play the music, but I'm in all sorts right now. Here we go. Yeah. 8.5 minutes in, and we're up 1-0.
Yeah.
I'll take it, man.
That
I will
is
take it.
great stuff there from the Blades. Illiman Jai's all smiles. He's back on the goal side of the score sheet. Doesn't have to just be the assist man. How may I assist you? I'll score a goal for you. You know, Illiman and Jai with the goal, Max Lowe the amazing assist, and yeah, just outstanding stuff from the Blades. Within 10 minutes, first goal on the board. Let's go get another. Let's keep
Yeah.
rolling.
I'm down with you on that one. Let's go get another one, boys, and put this game out of reach. Scott with the what eyes, and Mr. Schneider, get in. Dumb idiot, get in. Oh, Scott, look, Luton's 2-0 up on WBA. Fantastic cross from Root. Yes, it was, Noah. Chris, get in. Simon, Wayne. I think Mr. Schneider called it an Ndai goal. And Scott to top it off. As it stands, we are 12 points clear of third place. 12 points. That's 4. We can drop 4 games in a row and we'll still be ahead of third.
That is what we like to see.
Right now, and what's it? It brings us currently to what? 2 points behind Burnley, and Burnley are not on. It's 0-0, and Burnley and Coventry. We're 3 points because they're giving them a draw right now. But
yep.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Let's go get another one. I've missed the last 3 minutes because I've been so excited. But what a goal, man!
Yeah.
What a goal.
Not too much in the last few minutes. Just Stoke working it down the one side, out for a throw, and now the Blades are on it. A pass out to McAtee at the halfway line on the near side, rather, finding Billy Sharp with a nice pass. But the first touch, and Max Lowe, and it bounces too far for Max Lowe, trying to get into the penalty area. That would have been a lucky bounce, a couple of ricochets if that had gotten pulled off.
Yeah, that would. I thought it was gonna fall into his path, but it was just had a little bit too much pace and ran away from him. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But the Blades are starting to probe again. They're just starting to probe here and there a little bit. So, if we can get another goal inside of 20 minutes, man, we'll be really flying then.
Absolutely. As the ball in the center circle now, Anel and Ollie Norwood passing back and forth here. And it does go out wide to the right for Anel, passing it up and almost getting on the end of a unique 1-2. But Stoke is able to clear it long, and heading it now eventually lands with Billy Sharp, who finds Max Lowe. You've got Jack Robinson overlapping, but he opts to go to the middle for James McAtee, just bodying off that defender there and retaining possession for the Blades as Robinson in to McAtee, out wide to Lowe. Lowe, another cross in, but does get blocked by a defender. So Jack Robinson collects and balls with Illiman and Jai now out wide. Max Lowe, Ollie Norwood, Jack Robinson, Illiman and Jai at a back heel, and almost Jackie Longthrow getting on the end of that back heel from Illy. Yeah, just some good passing sequences. I like this. Everybody getting involved. You get a little bit of overlap. This is good stuff right now from the Blades.
Yeah, we look really good. We look really confident on the ball. I just don't like when we try the back heel. deal?
Not
Because
a
we
fan
try
of the
to do that.
backfield?
No. I when I along this is getting way back when I first started watching football over here. That's the one thing that always killed me is the back heel. These players try to do it just because they can do it on the training ground doesn't mean it's going to exactly work every time you try to do it in a match. And they try to do it the same thing with Morgan Gibbs White too. He tried to do that a
Mm,
lot last year, and it never worked.
yep. No, I'll give you that. It doesn't come off often, but if it does, like you're in free, no one in your way. Um, Jaif Khan, Illiman and Jai scored the goal. So back on the score sheet for the Blades after a string of assists for our young Senegalese forward as the Blades on the edge of the area with the ball. Max Lowe and Jack Robinson almost linking up, but the ball just does bounce away from Robinson. But already the Blades recouping possession and trying to get that second goal.
Ooh, he's gonna be
Nice
offsides.
cut back, almost lands to Njai, but the offside flag is up, and it'll be Stoke to the free kick from the edge of their.
At this rate, at this rate, Njai's price tag's got to be about $500 million.
If that, I mean, come on, I've seen bigger numbers. Let's go
Yeah, yeah.
higher.
Bill of 1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah, why
It could
not?
possibly be in that range. I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, we know the time's ticking that we're gonna, we're gonna let someone's gonna come in and just give us an offer we can't refuse, whether it be in the summer or whether it be after we probably go up and go down 1 year in the Prem.
Mhm.
Um, it's just it's how much and when it happens,
Yeah.
But we gotta enjoy it while we have them.
Yep. And 1 trillion. I like that.
Yeah, true.
That's a dollar figure I could get behind. Um, no, I think honestly, at some point, it's going to be cheaper to just buy the club than just Illiman and Jai.
Yeah,
And
right.
that hopefully in this takeover, the Prince has factored in the value of Njai into the sale of the club.
Ooh, good for
Um,
McAtee.
as
Oh,
McAtee, just over the bar.
that was good 1-2 like footwork there from McAtee. If they show this
Absolutely.
replay, watch his footwork on this play when he settles the ball down right here to get around the defender. See ya. Bye bye.
Yep. And right past the defender, ball maybe a foot or two over the bar, but very, very close. Um, keeper was not going to be able to get to that one if it was on
Yeah.
target.
Um. But no, more back to the takeover. I wonder if the club structure from the new owners, if they're going to say like, "Oh, we're going to dump a bunch of money in this place, in this side. We want Ndaya to be the feature man in this. Maybe they can, lure him in for another 2, 3 to 5 years. You never know. I mean,
Mhm.
they, they're going to have talks with him, whoever buys the club, and say, "Hey, we're going to need you to stay. We're going to
Yeah.
need you to be the staple. Yeah, we know you want to go back to you want to go to a bigger club and play on the European stage, and that's hopefully where their vision for the club is, to where we can go up there. That'd be cool
Yeah.
watching United play in Europe."
Honestly, it feels like, kind of some of the discussions that we likely had with Sander Berge at one point.
Hmm.
He came to Sheffield United as we were on the precipice of European football before the lockdown happened. And, it was one of those, hey, if you stick with us, you can help us get back there. And, it's taken an extra season or two than
Yep.
probably he was thinking. But, the loyalty Sanders showed, maybe that kind of example can rub off on Illiman and Jai, and he can see the steps being made by the club. And obviously, you get one more season with the Blades. If we do get promotion, that's a season guaranteed in the Prem. And you can be, an impact player there and either, win your move to a huge club or turn Sheffield United into a big club. And I think, the result of the takeover certainly will affect that, who it is and how much leverage they can have in those types of contract discussions.
Yeah, and that's what you're seeing now with the Prem, and I've talked about this on our pod. It's just the future of what the Prem's going to be is all these billion and trillion dollar owners are going to come in and buy these sides up. So it's going to be so hard if we miss out on that
Mm-hmm.
to even compete in the Prem if we were to go up. So if we can get this deal done and they want to dump a bunch of money in this side, and I would agree with Scott here, if they have a good plan or a roadmap and they want to be like Newcastle, our best players should want to stay. They wouldn't want to go anywhere else because they're going to be tied down. And with a plan in their head, they can see it. It just has to come to fruition. Is the whole thing.
Absolutely. And back, a quick update in the match. Nothing exciting happening.
No, not
Bogle
really.
got fouled at one point, and currently a throw in for Stoke City on the far side in the attacking third. But even then, Stoke has not gotten too close to scoring, minus
No,
the
yeah, they
first
haven't
shot
really.
that was pretty easy for West to save.
Yeah, they really haven't troubled us. I mean, I could see this, but I also don't want to be like Forest where they're so bad of a side. They brought in 21 players, tried to change the culture in the side, and it just completely has went almost like tits up.
Yep.
It hasn't been very good for them. And
No,
they paid £50 million for the law firm. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, he's a good player. Don't get us wrong. We
Yeah,
we
but I don't
like
think his
a
price
bit
tag's
of
that much.
yeah, no, we like a bit of Morgan Gibbs White, but not for probably more than 20 million, I would say. He still had a year or two of development left in him before he can hit the 50 million price tag. But that's the prices of solid players these days, and that's where I think we need to hold on to players like Sander Berge, Illiman and Jai,
Yeah.
Ollie Norwood when we get promoted. If we get promoted, got to caveat it every time.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely. As Stoke City here on in the 21st minute with the ball near side, trying to work it into the box, but heads from John Egan still preventing them from really getting a good shout on goal. And, as I say that, dangerous little cross that goes right to Wes Fodderingham, and he has to play it safe and tip the ball over. Ben Wilmot with a tricky little cross there.
Yeah, I thought from where the camera angle was, it looked like he was just going to catch it, and then he tipped it over. I was like, a little closer for comfort than we would like there.
Absolutely. So it is going to be a corner for Stoke City. First corner of the match, I believe, for either side.
Mm-hmm.
But see what they can do from this
God.
set piece. Low and does not get past the first man in Ollie Norwood, but it is going to be out for another set piece for Stoke City.
That was terrible. That looked like one of our corners, one of our piece corners. Yeah, not very good. Hit the first man.
Yep. So stepping back to take this again is number 15, Jordan Thompson. First one pretty low and didn't get past Ollie Norwood. What does the second one have in store?
Same thing.
Yep.
Same exact thing. Oh, man.
This time, luckily, a better clearance, so it's out for a Stoke City throw. But yeah, two wasted corners, we could say.
Dublin Blade said that Stoke fans were already booing their teams. I mean, obviously, neither one of us can hear because we got the volume turned down. As they put one way over the bar, and it'll be a goal kick. Yeah, they haven't offered much. I mean, aside from that West, tip over and an easy, comfortable save, yeah, they're not offering much going forward, honestly.
Yeah. A half decent looking opportunity there for Jordan Thompson to redeem himself, but way over the bar, as you said, Chad. And Blade's now looking to press forward, get the ball into the Stoke half of the field, but Stoke does collect it, and a low shot. Wes able to collect that one, but Powell's shot there almost a little tricky.
Yeah, it looked like it. I don't know. We'll see the replay here. It just kind of almost like was a
A
curveball.
little spin to it, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a little tricky for West, but he got down and was able to make the save.
Yep.
There's a bunch of, I guess, Stoke people in chat row right now. So good to see that we're attracting an opposition fans to come in
Yeah.
and talk a little banter in chat row. You guys are
Honestly,
always welcome.
yeah, we're missing our I don't want to say favorite Burnley fan, like a Burnley fan,
A Burnley fan.
a
I mean,
frequent
he's
Burnley
our
fan.
own, yeah, a frequent Burnley fan. Yes, we need other opposition in chat row to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's turned into a little bit of a Stoke possession time here as they move the ball forward into the attacking third again. A ball reaches the middle for number 9 Brown, and ball now out wide for Ben Wilmot, deflected off of Max Lowe, and luckily able to be cleared by him and Egan. And Billy Sharp now chasing back the ball all the way back to Bonham, the Stoke keeper.
Yeah, I think we've lost the plot a little bit, and we've given Stoke more possession than we really need to. And I think we just need to work our way back into start controlling the ball. And yeah, they were asking questions of the defense there, where Max Lowe deflected that one, and it almost fell towards West's goal, but we were able to clear it out. But yeah, a little bit of worrying signs a little bit.
Yep. And foul there committed by Ollie Norwood. Early enough that you're not going to see a yellow, but late in the game, a couple of those could potentially draw a yellow card as Lewis Baker, captain for Stoke City, steps over the ball and takes it, but opts to play it short to Phil Jagielka in the back. And Stoke trying to build up play here and do successfully string a pass together on the left-hand side of the field, but it does go out for a throw-in.
Yeah, I just want to push a little bit further. Scott mentioned something in chat row, and yeah, we score early and then we want to sit on it. No, let's go get possession. Come on, pull out. Oh man, wow!
Ball floats all the way in. Wes tries to go up for it, but Stoke City head gets there first, and Wes has definitely taken a knock here. Luckily, some good defending to clear the ball out of the danger area. But yeah, number 25 there again. Just Nick Powell with a elbow right to Wes's head.
Yeah. That should be. I don't know if they call the foul after that because the ball kind of like scurried out, but that should be a yellow card, honestly, because he went up and just clearly like elbow. Bow. What is that? I don't know. I don't watch wrestling, so I don't know. The atomic elbow or something.
Yeah, the people's elbow. I don't know.
Yeah, people's elbow or whatever. But yeah, Wes is still down, and it looks a bit worrying. Hopefully, he's able to get up and be okay. As they're scanning the crowd right now, you notice that there's like 20 seats empty behind that big giant pole.
Yeah.
Like,
why would you want to sit behind the pole? I get that.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like when they're building the stadium back way let's dial the way back machine. What would possess you that you want to put seats behind a pole?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, at some point that could have been like, standing room and
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
you can
that is very true.
Lean around the pole and
that's
whatnot.
what it used to be. Yeah.
And I think a lot of these stadiums are, they're old enough. I mean, we're talking oldest professional football ground in the world, old enough that, you don't have the construction technology to be able to support a cantilever like that large roof over the cop end. Yeah. So as a civil engineer, I know that that's tricky, and you got to have a, structural support and structural stability. So, it's, I like Noah's comment there. Fenway up in Boston.
I think Wrigley still had them at one time.
Yes, and Fenway and Wrigley both have those kind of old stadiums from the early 1900s. the really big columns. And luckily nowadays you can go online and see, okay, which seat, if I'm buying a seat ticket, is behind the pole.
Yeah.
So when I went to Wrigley, wife and I specifically got seats where we knew we were like in front of the line of poles and like just next to it, so we
Yeah.
wouldn't have an obstructed view. And then when my dad and I went to Fenway last year, same thing. We kind of, you had to sit back far enough where there was a pole, but we chose to put the pole like in the far left of our view rather
Vision.
than
Yeah.
like blocking home plate or anything important for the majority of the game. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Older stadiums are going to have that. We've got that here in the States. But yeah, anyways, sorry for the tangent, folks. That's
Talking about polls.
the engineer in me, I gotta, it comes out occasionally. As yeah, the Blades do have the ball in the 30th minute here, trying to work it forward after that Stoke City spell of possession. But unfortunately, the long ball forward there does not reach Jaden Bogle.
And Wes was able to get up, and he's fine. Yeah, I would agree with what Noah just put in chat row. Skill from Bogle. Yeah, he danced down that touchline like crazy, man. He was able to, walk the tightrope, and obviously nothing came out of it, but he was able to. Good footwork from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely exciting when Jaden Bogle's on. The stuff that he can do as from that wing back position on the right hand side, essentially is almost like giving you an extra midfielder with kind of where he ends up playing most of the time, and it really gives Anel some flexibility to come forward, participate in the attack as a ball over the top, just a little long for Billy Sharp. Can't beat Suter to that one, but ball's going to be called back for something. Maybe offsides or a foul somewhere.
There's an injury.
There we go, Simon. Recovering engineer. I'm curious what you mean by that, but
yeah, right. Stoke player is down, so this will add on. We're gonna have a World Cup esque halftime, I would imagine, or added time.
Yeah,
he just went down. Not really
Peter
anything.
S, a structural engineer. See, let's bring it out in the chat, folks. This engineer mafia. We got this going on.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're they're coming out of the woodwork.
I'll go grab my my compass, my protractor, my calculator. Like we can.
Yeah, let's that wall you got behind you. Let's just you have your diagram where you just draw a giant circle, and then circumference and all kinds of arrows and whatnot. I'm sick and tired of both teams having injuries. I wish they would just kind of get on with the game, but
yep.
Let's see. Simon right here. He's an electrical engineer in the auto industry. Now he teaches it.
There you go. It's good stuff.
Not really much from Jags. He's been walking around with his cane and walker.
Yeah, honestly, it's been mostly Suter doing the defending for Stoke. I haven't seen Jags involved in almost anything.
No. Honestly, for the last about 5-10 minutes, really hasn't been much in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As the Blades have possession on 32 minutes here. Ball passing back to Wes Fodderingham and John Egan here, stepping up, trying to find that outlet pass.
Whoa.
Going long, but I don't know if Billy's going to get to that before it does eventually bounce out of play.
That was kind of that ball over the top was almost kind of like in no man's land.
Lewis, good for you. Keep your studies, man. Civil engineering, it's a fun career field. I got my brother into it. He's a railroad engineer now, so exciting stuff. Definitely a lot of job prospects.
Oh
my gosh!
Oh, get in! Come on, 2-0!
Out of nowhere, Jaden Bogle.
How did that go in?
Casually dribbling through the opposition, finds his way in the box, and just, hey, if you shoot it, sometimes it goes in. A couple weird bounces, deflection, and just rolling into the back of the net.
Oh, 2-0, boys. Okay, let's play the banner now. Let's play the banner or the band, whatever it's called. Wow, 2-0.
Yep.
Boys are
And
on a roll here.
Jaden
Boys,
Bogle doesn't happen often, but unassisted on the goal
I
there.
thought it took a deflection when he shot it, but apparently not.
Yeah, so he collected it from won a tackle.
What was
Got
the keeper doing there?
yeah, I don't you know, maybe he was looking at the eyes. Jaden Bogle looked one way, shot it
Yeah,
the
maybe
other
gave him
way.
the eyes. Yeah.
Like
Um,
just great stuff from Bogle there. Great individual goal, winning the ball, getting tripped up almost, but staying composed and on his feet to collect the ball. No
here
one
we go
stepped
again.
in to try to block him as Njai is just a step or two behind that pass. Blade's turning it up here.
See, Noah said he saw a deflection too, but I think he just gave him the eyes. I thought it was deflected. Yeah, Scott's right on this one. I think Bogle's cementing his spot. Baldock might be dropping to the bench.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's wow, 2-0. A lot of Jags with the assist. Yeah, Simon's in agreement with me too. I mean, it looked like it took a deflection, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just the way he shot it, if it took like a little bounce or something. But
Yeah,
yeah, Blades, like we said, we wanted more goals in the first half, and that's how you were going to win this game. And already 2 goals within 35 minutes here for Sheffield United. And it came kind of out of nowhere. Stoke had a good long spell of possession. The run of play got interrupted for a few injuries. And then, yeah, Jaden Bogle out of nowhere wins the ball, gets tripped up, collects it still, runs into space. Nobody from Stoke City defending and stepping up to do that. And yeah, just easy slots at past the goal.
yeah. I mean, I like it. 2 in the first half. Let's go and get more. Let's go and get more. Just keep building on our. I forget what our goal difference is, like plus 24 or something like this. Let's just keep adding to it. And honestly, the crazy score lines that people thought were going to happen to start the game are almost coming to fruition.
Yep, a lot of high scoring predictions. I my 1-0 is out the window already, and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I'm okay with that.
You know, I said 3-1. This might be 5. This, but yeah, it's whew. Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. This is an important score line if for us scoreboard watching. Burnley 0-0 right now against Coventry City.
Absolutely, get some points back on them. Go within 3 points of Burnley. If they do drop, the loss there to Coventry City, we could go within 2. So
Yeah,
definitely good for us to have the early lead, put the pressure on Burnley. As much as we, are all talking about that 12-point gap to third place right now as it stands, a promotion and maybe a championship win on the cards.
you never know.
I don't know.
We do have a Blackburn fan in the chat too. We've had Stoke. He's wishing us all the best. Yeah, man, we're flying right now. We are flying.
And I will say all of that came off of the engineering discussion. So
Yep,
Simon
it did.
asking the critical question, how are all of us engineer guys going to engineer us an extended stay in the Premiership? Well, let me tell you, I've got a 10-step plan.
Here we go.
Has nothing to do with cantilevering the cop end to remove all the poles. But, that's in the works. If I were the owner, that's what I would do. Remove all the poles.
Scott watched the replay back, and Jags helped us score that one. So
hey, Phil, thank you.
Thanks, Jags. We'll take. I forget who asked how Jags was doing earlier in the chat. Doing great because assisting on a goal for us.
Yep. So good stuff from the Blades so far. Stoke City still not being able to have consistent possession here as they're trying to move the ball forward, but Egan stepping up, getting a block in there, pushing it out for a throw in. Stoke City, a long pass from Ben Wilmot all the way to the other side. Bogle stepping up in defense right now. And one-on-one does the job, gets the foot in, and it's deflected out for a corner. So Stoke City, third corner of the match. Maybe this one from the other side is a little bit better for them because the first two did not go anywhere.
Yeah. I just checked our goal differential, and we are plus 23 goal differential, and we've only conceded 23, which is the least amount in the league. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And the Blades slowly but surely getting the ball out of the penalty area there. It was one weak header after another, but the shot from Thompson goes way over the bar. So goal kick for Wes.
Stoke not really impressing me any sort of way, honestly. It's just they look out of sorts, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Neil took over when he left Sunderland. He had Sunderland flying, but I mean, they're doing better. And he went to a bad situation at Stoke, man. They've done nothing but like almost drop like a rock in the table, honestly.
Curious move for him, for sure. Yeah. So Blades with the throw in the 40th minute here. Sanders slowing it down, letting Bogle get up to take this one as we're maybe 6 yards or so outside the penalty area. And deflection out for a second throw.
I just want to, it'd be cool to see the scoreline go like 4-0 Blades or like 8-0. What if we slammed 8 past them? That would be nuts.
That would be a lot of fun as Sander and Jaden trying to pass between the two, but the ball slowly rolls out of play and it'll be a Stoke City throw. James, with the important question that we get asked almost every stream, how do we become Blades fans? Chad, I'll let you elaborate first if you would like to recap the story.
So originally started when football was available over here in the States, was a Chelsea fan, got sick and tired of that monopoly type. So I picked up Blades, 100-point season, League One, kind of followed them. And then when we got in the championship, locked in, been a Blade since. Wanted to do a podcast and then got tied into this thing. So that's how I got started.
Yeah. My start with football was playing the game Football Manager. First season I started was that 100-point season with the Blades in League One. I did not get 100 points. I did not get promotion. I was really bad at first. So Wilder, definitely the better choice for manager in that situation than I was. But just knowing some of the players, I didn't start watching the Blades until they got into the Premier League. But it was cool to see names that I recognized from playing Football Manager on the team still, like Billy Sharp and Chris Basham. So that kind of just hooked me in once I realized they were up there in the Premier League, that, hey, I could be a Blades fan. And through lockdown and everything, I fell into Nick and Hal on the Sheff United Way, their videos, and they hooked me in with the Fans React stuff. And now we're doing watch-alongs here with Chad and Noah. So
yeah.
A lot of fun.
Simon, this is not going to happen. Not going to happen. We almost did, but he was offsides. I saw the comment come in and then looked out, and Stoke was about to go in, and they had the flag was up for offsides. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, right.
As Blades Sanderberga trying to cross it in, takes a deflection, but Stoke City able to clear it out.
This way.
Back with Illiman and Jai, he's crossing in. And the shot blocked and cleared long. It's a foot race now between Jack Robinson and number 9 Brown for Stoke City.
That went out of play.
It just kept in, says the linesman for Stoke City. And so they're now trying to work it into an attacking opportunity. But the play is definitely slowed down from that counterattack as the pass forward to Laurent, number 28. And if he can keep this in play and find a Stoke City player, he does. But the Blades' pressure is proving to be a lot for them, as a weird bounce does land to John Egan, so he can clear it long.
Johnny Wrigley spearmint bubblegum. I guess it's not bubblegum. Chewing Egan.
Yep. And a foul called against Illiman and Jai. So Stoke City will have a free kick, but just outside the center circle here. And yeah, that's what it takes to beat Illiman and Jai. You got to just jump onto the ground.
I don't really. I mean, the Stoke City player was going down easy. I mean, as soon as he felt Illiman and I grab him by the I don't know, midsection, he just went down. I don't know. I guess that's the way you get to draw a foul on him. Where was that to?
Yeah, long pass to absolutely no one from Ben Wilmot there. He keeps trying these long passes, and quite a few of them have connected, but
Yeah,
a lot more of them have just gone into no man's land where there's no players or really anybody from either team.
I mean, yeah,
the end of it.
That was nowhere to be seen. They're showing the fourth official probably going to put up about 17 minutes added time, and because we're about to come to the end of the first half, it seems to be a quick first half too.
Yeah, it was dragging there for a little bit, but obviously, the more goals, the more exciting it is. We've had some good conversation in the chat and everything, so that's been great. As the clock is a few seconds away from ticking over to 45, the Blades do have possession. McAtee in the middle has some options to the right with Nel Ahmedhodzic looking for Sander Berga, who cuts back into the middle, drives it in to Jack Robinson, who does look like Billy Sharp. As McAtee was able to win the ball for the Blades, but only so far as one pass, and Stoke City now on it in the box and looking for the shot, blocked by Jack Robinson's foot. Great block there, and the clearance. That might have been going wide, but Nick Powell with a strong effort there.
I don't understand. Stoke had the numbers advantage coming back the other way. Why? Oh, I don't know how they scored, but they did.
So as they were coming back from the replay, the ball was bouncing in the box past everybody and just right back past.
Did they score?
They're walking to the center. We're going to have to see a replay of this. So the throw in taken short, a ball pass forward, and it's that man again, Nick Powell, just casually looping it in. The head of
no
Brown
foul
misses it. It looks like he's fouling whichever Sheffield United defender's on the ground there, but nothing's called. And because he misses it, Wes, who was expecting it to hit his head, is out of position. And so Nick Powell with the goal.
Did it just bounce in front of Wes?
Yep.
Man, more to my point.
Jacob Brown for Stoke, their number 9, was diving for it. And again, hard to see which Blades defender it was who was trying to defend there, but he jumped on top of him and then misses the ball. And so that's where the casual cross coming in, Wes was in position to defend against the header, not the cross itself. And so just bounces right into the back of the net. And it is now 2-1. But I agree with Noah. Poor to concede so close to halftime. Definitely takes some of the air out of the room. Not even a good goal for Stoke.
No, it wasn't even a good goal.
Bounce.
I mean, it was just one that probably, if West stands on his line, he doesn't go in. But I mean, there had to be a foul. I mean, I don't know how that's not a foul when you take a defender completely out of the play like that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we got to go again. They close it up. I mean, a goal out of nothing. I don't know what's going on there. There was not a foul. Then McAtee was just completely taken out of the game.
Thompson throwing his legs right into McAtee. claiming that he was fouled on this second header attempt, but he makes no play for the ball and then just sticks a foot in and trips McAtee. So definitely a foul on Thompson. But yeah, 3:15 so far in stoppage time in the first half. I missed how much stoppage time there is.
Scott said 3 in chat row, so I mean you're probably going to add a little bit more. They really didn't even celebrate.
Yep, and that is the whistle
That's
for
halftime.
halftime. So Stoke City claw one back, kind of out of nowhere, and it is 2-1 going into half. Sheffield United with the lead. Goals from Illiman and Jai and Jaden Bogle. Nick Powell with the goal for Stoke City. Kind of fluky one, but definitely no clean sheet for Wes on his birthday, which is sad.
Yeah. You would have liked to see him get one on his birthday, but you like to think that he would have handled that a little bit better than just letting it almost flat right past his arms and just rolling in the corner, nestle home in the corner of the net. I mean, other than that, I mean, the one fluky goal at the end. We've been the better side. Obviously, the scoreline indicates that we've been the better side of being up 2-1 at half. But yeah, I don't. We go and concede something like that. It's a different halftime team talk than where it would have been if it would have been 2-0. Your thoughts?
Yep. It's felt like a good half. Stoke City has had a couple spells of possession, but they weren't looking dangerous. Their set pieces, the corners didn't look dangerous. And even that one just kind of came out of a fluke play out of nowhere. So realistically, I am not concerned, but the Blades for their part have really almost had more individual efforts that have created goals than necessarily big spells of possession, creating a really good host of opportunities. So definitely would like to see us come out a bit more on the front foot in the second half and grab that third goal, build that lead back up, and then we can settle in and see this one out. But we should be going out defending from the get-go to try to protect a 1-goal lead. I would rather see us build that lead in the first 15, 30 minutes, and then we can sit back again.
No, I would agree with that. And I just saw their transition to go back to the studio for halftime, and they still had Rita Kadra in the monologue type deal. So we got to cut him out. I would agree with you. Like to see him in the Blades come out on the front foot to start the second half and go and get a third goal, stretch it back out to a 2-goal lead, and just calming this one down and not letting Stoke get another fluky goal to bring this 2-2.
Yep.
With that being said, I will be back in literally under 30 seconds. There's something I have to do, so I've got to drop out. One second.
No worries. So I'll run through the stats quickly from the first half. So possession-wise, Stoke City edging it out 52.6 to 47.4 for the Blades. Duels won, we've got 64% to their 35%. Aerial duels, 76% for the Blades to 23% for Stoke City. Corners, we have had no corners. So weird to not have any of those types of set pieces. Even the couple free kicks we've had have been from so far away. Stoke City, 3 corners, nothing coming from those. Total shots, Stoke City actually with more shots and shots on target, 7 and 3 compared to the Blades, 4 shots and 2 on target. And a few more block shots for Stoke City. Most of their shots are from outside of the box, 6 of them, only 1 inside the box. And then the Blades have 2 inside, 2 outside. Defensively, 88% tackles won for Stoke City, only 42% for the Blades. A lot more clearances, 13 to 3 for Stoke City. And then interceptions, Blades have 5, Stoke City has 8. So on the whole, the Blades with a little bit more quality, it seems, with the duels, aerial duels, and a few more shots inside the box. But Stoke City, per the stats, actually have been shooting the ball a lot. But I think what speaks volumes is 7 total shots and 6 of them outside the box, including the goal.
Yeah.
But it definitely needs a little bit more looking into for the Blades at halftime, because if you had told me watching the game, because of how dominant we looked at spells, I would have thought we had more possession. But it does, it feels right. About 6% swing in favor of Stoke City. They've just had more of the ball, just not more control of the game, we'll say.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. And everybody's blowing me up in chat row, saying I had to go to the bathroom. My girlfriend actually had to get in this room that I was in, so she's like, "I don't want to be on camera." So I said, "All right, I'll jump off and jump back on." So we're all good and everything's under control. I was gonna go around the grounds for all the halftime scores, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Early kickoff this morning: Rotherham 4, Blackburn 0. These are all halftime scores as it stands. Bristol City leading at home against Birmingham 2-1. As mentioned in chat row, halftime at Turf Moor. Johnny's probably not happy because it's 0-0 against Coventry. Same scoreline at Cardiff, Wigan, Hull, who the Blades play next Friday. A goal down at home to Huddersfield. Luton lead West Brom 2-1. 0-0 between Middlesbrough and Millwall. Preston are getting absolutely destroyed at home to Norwich 3-0. Reading 2-0 up at home. Some team called Sheffield United is 2-1 up against Stoke City. Never heard of them. Sunderland 0-0 against Swansea, and Watford 0-0 against Blackpool. So that leaves the table at halftime. Burnley top on 57 points. This team called Sheffield, I don't know, something United, on 54 points and a plus 22 goal difference. And Burnley's only got plus 27 goal difference. So very similar. It's crazy to see that the rest of the league are in and around. Luton are third right now with a plus 6 goal difference. So it's kind of insane that we're almost
Crazy.
triple of what they have. But yeah, I mean, we see this game out and we just keep trudging along. As many people have said, I think Scott said it the most, 12 points clear of third. That means we got 4 games. We can drop points, and still after that 4th game, we're still going to be ahead of them. So realistically, we have almost 4.5 to 5 games over second place that we can, God forbid if we were to collapse and, do it Leeds and throw it away. We've got 4.5 games that we can give us some breathing room.
Absolutely. It's a lot of points to be this far ahead, this point of the season. And as long as the performances don't slip down, certainly looks like promotion is a very viable option. So, and, if Burnley can drop a few points, maybe we can go and, pressure them for the top of the league. Maybe they slip up a little bit. But yeah, it would be exciting to win the league, but obviously promotion is the more important outcome. You don't care if you're first or second at the end of the day. Getting back to the Premier League is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's the end goal. So Robert, what would your halftime, would you make any changes, or what do you think the Blades are going to do in this? What would you like to see the Blades do in the second half?
No, I don't think there really needs to be any changes at this point. We've got some concerns maybe about that injury that Wes took, and some reports from the grounds are that Adam Davies doing a little bit more work one-on-one on the field, kind of warming himself up from the bench. So rather than being in the locker room with the lads, he's out there getting warmed up. So maybe that's a indication of something.
Yeah.
But would hate to see that for Wes on his birthday to get pulled from the match. So yeah, I wouldn't make any halftime subs. But at some point, just the way we're playing, it seems to be like we're pushing more down the wings, especially the right wing. So McAtee and Berga haven't really been that involved,
Yeah.
which is not a bad thing, because if
Yeah.
you're still winning the match and you haven't involved those two, you're still good. But I would like to see McAtee maybe get involved for a little bit of a counterattack, link up with him and Njai off one of these set pieces that Stoke keep getting, and maybe another goal for Bogle. But yeah, my changes wouldn't be right at halftime; they'd be
Yeah.
a little bit later.
I mean, and who knows? Like you said, your insider info at Adam Davies warming up, that could be a halftime change, and that might have been the reason why the goal went in. You never know, because it never touched anybody, and you would have liked to think it was kind of a shocker that West didn't get to it. Yeah, but mine is similar to yours. A lot of people are clamoring for Jebo over Sharp. Obviously, I think Noah said he wants Doyle in the game. Yeah, Sandy Barge really hasn't been a factor. And that's leading to, like you said, we're playing down the wings, so we're not funneling through the middle. And when it is getting to the middle, it's going through Ndai and not Sandy Barge or McAtee. So look to see if we try and go down that way a little bit more. Maybe change things up. But other than that, we'll probably wait till 89-59 to make all of our changes, and then
All
typical
stoppage
Pecky
time
style.
subs.
Yeah, right. We'll just sub just random player on. But we do have some players on the bench, and I'll throw that up right now to who we could see. This is the original starting lineup, and then who we have the sub. Obviously, we got Bash, we got the kid, we got Brooks and Koulibaly, Doyle, Osborne, and Jebo. Could we see Osborne in the game?
Yeah, there's a chance. I think Osborne's your really only substitution for both wingbacks, so I would probably save him in case one of the two get injured.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring him on just because I want to see Osborne. He's not quite to that quality for me anymore. But Doyle, I think, should come on. Jebison should come on at some point. And if we can get far enough ahead, wouldn't mind giving one of the back line a break and get Basham on there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we shall see as we are about to get the second half underway. They're transitioning back to live commentary and pictures, and we should be underway here shortly. Let us know, chat row, where you're watching or listening, or however you're getting your info on this game. Let us know where you are in this whole wide world, because every weekend before we start doing this, I always tell my girlfriend I'm off to entertain the world. Also, real quick, if you haven't done so, and I don't know why you haven't done so, like this video, subscribe to the Chef United Way, listen to my podcast and Noah's podcast, who he's not on, Red Half of Sheffield. Give it a shout out, a like, a subscribe, listen to it. Tell us whether we're good, you hate us, you enjoy it. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, you could shoot us a donation as well. It helps the channel and helps us keep the overhead down. We want to keep the overhead down so we can keep providing you the content that Hal, Nick, Ollie, me, Robert, and Noah all will provide all you guys.
Yep. So just putting some of the locations up there. Some of the regulars like Stuart, Portland Blake, we've seen a lot. Alistair from Cornwall, Joan watching from Barcelona. Sharon, we do want to say that this is something we love to do as well. Obviously, doing the watch alongs is just as much fun for us as we hope it is for you guys. And getting that opportunity if you can't watch the games live, or even if you can, you just don't want to listen to whoever SUTV has, or the Sky Sports or ESPN Plus, whatever opportunities you guys have to watch and consume Sheffield United content. We want to be one of those options for you. So like Chad said, every little bit of support you can do, from subscribing, liking, if you want to and feel so compelled, donating, definitely appreciate all of that, because we do this for ourselves, but also for you. And, it's just a whole big Blades community that we like to build and support. So yeah,
I
a lot of
did
fun.
Sharon. I did see it, and so I did swap it. I completely forgot to do that at the beginning. Stewart in Oxford, Mississippi. There's no party going on in the Grove today at Ole Miss, so I mean, it's a nice day to just watch some Blades football.
I'll say little SEC college sports rivalry there, Ole Miss
Yeah.
and Georgia. Do you guys even have a rivalry, or is it just like
No, we do play Ole Miss next season, or this season coming up in Athens, so I will be there in person to watch that game for sure.
There you go. There you go. Obviously, Noah watching from LA. We got our Chesterfield lad, dumb idiot is me 420. Yeah, just good stuff. Loving seeing everybody watching from all over the place.
Yeah, that's cool. Wes, as Scott says, no halftime changes, and Wes continues in goal. So, this is a shocker. I don't know anybody in chat row. Dublin Blade. I had no idea he was in Ireland.
I thought it was Dublin, Ohio.
Yeah, you never. I mean,
confused there.
As we are back underway, I think I timed it perfect as well.
Look at that!
I hammered it. Robert. I hammered that one in there.
So for those at home who it's your first time participating, halftime kickoff, just do the quick math in your head. You've got engineers in the stream, so if you want to ask, it's just 45 plus the number you see up in the corner.
Yes.
But there's lots of folks who should be good at math. I'll have my calculator out to watch the time as well. But second half underway. Now Blades kicking towards the cop end from left to right. Stoke City kicking from right to left towards their away fans. It is 2-1. Recap from the first half, as you can see the goals scrolling at the bottom. Njai on the 9th minute, Bogle the 33rd, and then for Stoke City, Nick Powell with the stoppage time goal on the 45th minute. As the Blades and Jaden Bogle trying to pass forward, but Phil Jagielka for Stoke City getting a foot in, getting that block, but not the most comfortable of clearances for Jags there, as Billy Sharp is on the ball, trying to find a way to get past the Suter there, who is just one of the biggest players I have seen. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, he is a massive player, man.
I don't know if you got a chance to watch him in the World Cup, but even on the world stage, Suter was like the biggest guy on the pitch.
I mean, unbelievable how massive. I mean, he is unbelievable.
Yep. He definitely did Australia proud, and has been representing at the championship level for quite a bit of time here. So, but definitely looked like one of their strongest defenders for sure today.
Oh, 100%.
So, as Stoke City here kicking the ball forward, John Egan getting the head to that one over Jacob Brown, making sure that he can't get that one cleanly. And so it's Stoke City throw in the Blades half. A few minutes into the second half, nothing too exciting thus far, but trying to see what changes Hecky could have made to the mentality. The Blades trying to put some pressure on here, but another easy giveaway, and Stoke City have the ball.
We just lumped it in a kind of no man's land that had had Billy try and run onto it, and we're not really doing anything. We just kind of almost gave possession back to him.
Yep, and not looking as comfortable as you would have liked for the Blades, but At some point, the game will settle in a little bit more. And maybe that can come from Sander Berge, who a lot of folks on the Twitter sphere, as I was checking at halftime, saying that he was a bit anonymous in the first half, and I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think Noah. I think Noah mentioned that. Yeah, and he really hasn't done anything. I said something about this on the pod a couple weeks ago. I think we just need to give him a rest for a little bit. He looks
Mhm.
like he's disinterested.
Yeah, and potential for some moves to an Italian side, AC Milan and Roma both interested, as Billy Sharp is on the ball now, passing it out wide from Ollie Norwood to Max Lowe. Provided the assist for the first goal, does find Njai again, who turns in the middle, looking to pass it on for Anel, a little bit out of his way, but does eventually get onto the ball on the near side. Back,
Ooh.
and the cross in is high and easy for the Stoke City keeper, Bonham, to collect.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad cross in, but I mean, it was just to no one in particular, and the
Yeah.
goalkeeper was able to eat that one up.
So, but yeah, on the Berge front, potential move, maybe affecting his mindset, his play. But you'd think if you were, in the market for a move, you'd want to be playing well to entice that move. But maybe he doesn't want the move. Maybe he's like, "Ooh, people are interested. I want to stay a Blade, so let me put some bad performances in."
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. You'd want to be playing well, and honestly, even if you took him out of this side, I don't really think it affects us that much.
Nope. I'll agree with that. Tommy Doyle could play that spot, especially today because
Mhm.
he's out on the left for the majority of the match, and he's definitely stronger on the right. So I would rather see McAtee on the left or Doyle out there as a sub. But
Yeah,
5 minutes in, Stoke have the ball, a throw in on the far side here, crossing coming into the middle, but Wes, good collecting that one. No danger from Stoke City there.
and just gotta get a foothold back in this. Stoke has started the better side, but we're only about 5.5 minutes into the second half. Oh man, he's got acres of space to run it. Dude, that was a terrible pass by Sander.
Yep, but Max Lowe able to get onto the pass. Sander now with the ball, trying to get past the defender.
Take him
Takes a
off.
deflection, but Jack Robinson does get the ball. And Sander passing it to Jaden Bogle in the middle, who shoots, and it does rise well over the bar. But Jaden Bogle playing left of center there in the midfield.
Yeah, I'm watching Sandy Barge, and it's just like, dude, what the hell? Did it take a deflection?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it live.
When they showed the replay back, it looked like it might have took a touch, but yeah, they were never going to give it. Oh, looked like a foul there, but I'll take that one.
Yep. No foul called. Sander collected that one, and the tackle from Thompson pushes the ball out for a Blades throw. And Sander been a little bit more involved as we're talking about him, but on this left side, his quality only goes so far. He really needs to be on the right hand side, and I'll stop saying it because for fear of being too repetitive. But
maybe he's got a headphone in. And he's listening to us.
Yeah,
talk smack
Sander,
about him.
Kick the ball.
Kick the ball.
Pass it to someone.
Pass the ball. Don't look like you're disinterested out there.
Yeah.
Pass the ball. Do something with it.
As Sander does go up for the header, gets it to Njai, and the rebound ricochets off Norwood and almost falls to Billy Sharp, but Suter able to clear it, and it actually goes behind, doesn't reach back to the keeper. So it'll be the Blades' first corner of the match on 53 minutes here. It has taken a while, but maybe
you can. And I mean, everybody in chat row knows exactly what Billy's deal is. He holds the ball up and tries to bounce it around the defender. Then he takes off running and did the same thing in that case, but it just was cleared out for a corner before he could even do anything.
So Ollie Norwood stepping up to take this corner, delivering it in with the right foot, curling into the back post, but nobody there. John Egan the closest, but he was not going to get to that one the way it was bouncing.
Simon with this one, is Billy shrinking? He does look like he's getting smaller.
Well,
Doesn't
okay.
he?
To be fair, he's playing against Phil Jagielka, who's a big guy,
Yeah.
and Harry Suter, who's
Yeah.
the biggest guy. Like
Yeah.
this
He does.
is
He
not
looks
the
like a
game.
little kid compared to him.
This is
He's
not the
looking up
game
him
to
like,
be comparing Billy Sharp's size.
excuse me,
because,
sir. Sir.
Like
You know where my
anybody out
mom
there
is?
is just going to look small today.
Oh,
Like
nice.
honestly,
Nice,
you put Anel and Egan up against them, and they're going to look tiny.
nice
And
bit of
Anel's a
footwork
tall
from
guy.
Egan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it.
I think we got a throw in. I don't know. I don't really know. Oh no, looks like Stoke City throw it.
Yep, but ball staying in the Stoke City half right now, and that's good stuff. Phil Jagielka on the camera right now, so we'll talk about him because I'm sure SUTV is.
Yep.
The
He's just
hair's
a
blowing
great
in the wind a
lad.
little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. He helped us out. So
Yeah.
you know, the score line's 2-1. So we'll keep screwing around, and they'll have a corner, and he'll bag one, and it'll be 2-2.
Yep. Now the Bogle goal upon replay did look like it took a deflection off of Jags, and that's how it got past the keeper so easily. But Stoke City now with the cross into the box and goes all the way through, bounces to Sanderberga, who
Get on your Norwegian horse, team. He's so slow when the ball falls to him. It looks like he's, I don't know.
But he did have 3 or 4 players right around him there, so
He did. To be fair,
I won't fault him necessarily. He did win the throw in, so.
Oh, we did have a throw in. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he looked confident, but God, he just looks slow at times. Man, that was a hell of a throw from Jackie Long throw to get that bad boy all the way down there.
Yep, and Illiman and
How
Jai,
no
such
foul?
strength.
Yeah, how no foul?
There we go. Ref
in the
was going to
book.
play a little bit of advantage, but no advantage was there. And the yellow card is given for Mr. Josh Laurent. And yeah, what skill from Njai to just get to the opposite side of him, collect that ball down. Brilliant stuff from him. Every day I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, old boy was just there for kind of along for the ride, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ref played advantage and then finally held him up. And that's when he pulled it back for a foul, which is just perfect. I'll take it.
Yep. So Stoke City building a wall here just on the edge of the D outside of the penalty area. And got a few folks standing over the ball with McAtee and Norwood. And Berga walking away from the ball now. McAtee looks like he's not taking this one, but always the opportunity for something a little tricky.
We're going to have a rip here? Looks like he is.
Norwood,
Ooh.
Just a few feet over the upper left corner of the bar there, but it does go out for the goal kick for Stoke City.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent effort. I mean, it just didn't get down in time, and it was curling away from goal, but wasn't a bad effort from Norwood.
Yeah, no, it ricocheted off the back post holding the nets up. So whenever it hits those, you can tell you're usually pretty close, not too far away.
Yeah, it wasn't too far. But with it being almost, it looked like direct, it really wasn't much you could do. I mean, you could chip it in, but you like to think that Stoke was going to clear it away. And now if it was indirect, we could swing it in a little bit.
Yep. So free kick given on a foul on Norwood there. So Blades with the ball moving into the Stoke City half. Robinson passing back for Norwood, who's lined up alongside John Egan, but off balance there with a little bit of pressure and kicks it well out of play on the near sideline. So Norwood definitely a few steps off here with some of the passes and long balls today, but still one of the better players on the field. As the first sub comes for the Blades, James McAtee off, Tommy Doyle on, the Manchester City loanee for the Manchester City loanee. And standard sub, a little earlier than usual today.
Yeah, it was a little earlier. Does this mean it's going to affect where Sandy Barge plays?
I would think he moves back to the right hand side, near sideline.
Yeah. And see what happens there. But yeah, a little earlier than we're honestly used to seeing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Hecky likes to wait at least to 60 minutes, usually to 65 plus, before making that first change. But the substitution, McAtee off, Doyle on, has been a staple in the last month or so of games since we've been back from the World Cup. So not surprised to see that one. McAtee, for as much grief as we're giving Sander, the game definitely passed him by for a majority of it as well. But I think that's more tactically we were attacking down the sides than necessarily through the middle where McAtee could get involved as the ball coming all the way through the play, but Stoke not able to keep that one in on the near sideline. So it'll be a Blades throw as Josh Timon can't get to that one. So Bogle with the ball. But yeah, Tommy Doyle, I think, is a game he can get involved with maybe. A little bit more defensive than McAtee, but still, he has a goal in him.
Yeah. We'll see what happens when we get a bit of possession, but we can't really get a hold of the ball right now. It's been stoked for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, quite a few good one-touch passes here as Brown, number 9, crosses it through low and on the ground. Nobody could get there, so it reaches Max Lowe, who eventually pushes it out for a Stoke City throw-in.
I think. I don't know. They seem to be a little arguing. Did she call offsides?
Maybe.
I think the touchline referee is a woman.
Yeah, so she called offsides there, definitely. Otherwise, it would have been out for a Stoke City throw. So on 60 minutes here, Stoke win the ball back in the midfield and do have some numbers, but Jaden Bogle doing a good job. Well, I said he was doing a good job as the foul is called. Maybe a card coming out. The ref was looking for something in his pocket, but might have been the foam to mark a free kick.
And Bogle's hurt now. I wonder if his pride's hurt a little bit.
But it looked right like after that one.
It did look like he won the ball. Yeah, there was a little pulling and tug, but he's down. He's gonna come off now. He gets hurt so easily.
Yep, and so before this free kick is taken up, he's back up. Never mind.
He's up, he's down, he's up, he's down, he's up. He's down.
I can't do, looking away for 2 seconds and then game state changes. It was offside. It's not out of play. Oh no, it's not a throw in. It's But number 8 for Stoke City, Lewis Baker, the captain, standing over this one, and about from where Norwood's free kick was just a bit ago. He takes it low, bounces into Wes's arms, comfortable for the Blades keeper, and got it past the wall, but couldn't get in a spot to get past Wes.
Yeah, it was a relatively easy free kick.
Yep, and the Blades trying to move it fast, missed a lot of the buildup there, but the last pass there, Iliman Njai was trying to find Billy, who knew he was offside, so he let the ball run through to the Stoke keeper, and now Stoke City has possession, trying to move it forward down their left-hand side, but Blades putting some good pressure on him.
Yeah, we need to start pressing higher up, because we're giving so much possession to them. We need to hold the ball as well, but we're in that spell where we just only have the ball for like 3 seconds, give it right back to him.
Yep. And
overlap. Oh, he's offsides.
And Jai winning the ball at ricochet between a few Blades and Stoke players, but eventually finds Sander Berge, who finds Jaden Bogle on the right-hand side. Bogle trying to take on his man, figure out what he wants to do here. He's got an option with Berge. He's got Anel running through the middle. Billy Sharp was thinking someone was behind him, kind of stayed off of that pass and was looking for the 1-2, but he was who the pass was intended for. As Stoke City are turning this into a bit of a counterattack now, Timon coming down, cutting into the middle. A late tackle from John Egan is given here, and the
he's in the
yellow
book.
card comes out as well. That makes sense. Bad decision from Egan. Ball was well out of reach.
It's almost like he tried to stop the counter by just following the heck out of
Honestly,
him.
he kept his leg back. It looked like he was going to step in and then almost pulled the leg back, but that didn't help because contact was already going to happen after Timon had kicked the ball away. So,
well, here comes another free kick in from Stokes. So, making it, cheese is getting a little bit more binding, as they say.
yes, definitely. As Jordan Thompson stepping in to take this one, going to be looking for headed on ball there, but Blades get first to that one with Billy Sharp. Tommy Doyle now trying to step in and get in the way, and Billy does get there.
Goal
And
kick.
a
It should
goal
have been a
kick is
corner.
won. Great job from the
Wow.
skipper. Laurent ended
Wow.
up, the ball goes off of him as Billy is able to push it right into his feet. Yeah,
Actually, no, yeah, I think that's the
good
correct
call.
decision. Yeah, I think that is the correct decision. Luton have been pegged back by West Brom 2-2. Oh, that's an enthralling game. But okay, we just need to work on. We run into patches in the game every single game where we lose. We cannot hold possession more than. Look, we just give it right back to them. They kicked it. West kicks it. Bogle heads it out of play. Stoke come again.
Yep. And a lot of folks in the chat right now calling for Jebo.
Mm-hmm.
Portland Blade, Scott, Simon just wishing we had any striker.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, definitely maybe an opportunity for Dan Jebison to come into this match in a not too distant future as Njai lays it off for Anel, who passes it well up the field to Jaden Bogle. It ricochets off his heel, and Anel, a first-time cross well up in the air. No chance anybody but the Stoke City keeper was getting to that one.
I don't really know what Anel was doing there. He just like hammered a shot, like a cross in.
Yeah.
It was kind of blindly.
I don't know if he was thinking maybe he could catch the keeper off guard and shoot on goal, but that shot was not destined for goal.
That's a good foul. Oh, West Brom up 3-2. They've turned it round. Oh, wow. Enthralling stuff there as Luton aren't third in the table now.
Yeah.
After they throw a 2-goal lead away, enthralling soccer Saturday coverage here on the Sheff United way.
Chad, never stop. Never stop.
That was a terrible ball out of the back there.
Yep. As Brown for Stoke City with the ball on the left side, and Anel gets in the way, so it's out for a Stoke City corner. Another one from them, but yeah, this is getting to be not as comfortable for the Blades. We were saying we needed an early goal in this half to get back to that multi-goal lead, and the longer it stays 2-1, a lot of folks in the chat have been saying that Stoke City are going to keep throwing bodies forward, and it's going to get more and more dangerous for us.
Yeah, I mean, just it's crazy, man. Yeah, get it out of there. Ew. Yep. He's being fouled, ref. Blow the whistle. He's being fouled. Come on.
Yep, and Iliman Njai, eventually the foul is called. Laurent on Njai, claiming that his own jersey was being pulled, but I don't see that.
How is Laurent being held? You're dragging him down by his arm, dude. Come on, man.
Yep.
And Wayne, over in England, they have Soccer Saturday. It's not even called Football Saturday on Sky. It's called Soccer Saturday. But yeah, I mean, the ref's starting to become an idiot now.
Yep. Max Lowe passing to Berga in the midfield. Lowe continuing his run and is now on the right-hand side. Bogle looking to find the pass, opting back to Anel, who finds Lowe. Ball out for the Blades throw, and so Max is going to trot back over to his side of the pitch as it looks like Njai might be down on the field holding his ankle.
Yep. Well, he's been fouled every time you turn around.
Yeah.
So they're waving the medical staff on. Hold on. Now they're telling. Hold on. Now it's confusing. Now, hold on. We want him on, off, on, off, on, off. Hopefully he's not hurt.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
If
Oh
any
boy.
player would not we would not want to get hurt, it is Illiman and Jai.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
He's
Just oof.
yeah. Hopefully he's okay. Don't look like we're in any immediate like rush to put someone on. We'll do your soccer Saturday recap of as live as it happens. Bristol City 4, Birmingham 1. Johnny's Burnley 0-0 against Coventry. Cardiff 0-0 against Wigan. Hull still losing 0-1 at home. As the chat has brought us the latest update, West Brom 3, 2 goals down, turn it round 3-2. Middlesbrough lead 1-0 against Millwall. Norwich 4-0 against Preston. Reading 2-1 against QPR. United 2-1 against Stoke City. Sunderland 1, Swansea 2, and 0-0 between Watford and Blackpool. That's live updates around the grounds. Back to you in the studio.
We appreciate the updates, Chad. And looks like Illiman and Jai here at Bramall Lane, as we bring you back to the action, is walking off on his own. We'll see if the coaches keep him in the match or if he's going to come out
he's
now
coming off.
More precautionary, but he will have to go to the sideline at a minimum. And
now he's done. That's not good.
No. But hopefully it's nothing long-term, nothing major, because that is, as we've said, the player that you do not want to miss for this Blade side. And Ben Osborne warming up now, so looking like he might be the player to come on for Illiman and Jai.
That was completely messed up there on that throw-in.
Yep, so Blade's playing down a player right now, as Njai's off on the sideline before we can either make a sub or get him back on the pitch. And the pass for Stoke City goes long. Nick Powell not able to run onto that one. So it'll be a Blades throw on the far side. We are past 70 minutes, 70-30 right now as we speak. And ref just holding up for the moment to maybe make a substitution.
Oh, Jebo
for... It will be Dan Jebison coming on for Illiman and Jai. So 2 strikers up top with Jebo and Billy Sharp now. And yeah, let's see if he can get some good minutes in here. Not playing with Njai, but instead replacing him due to that injury.
Curious to if we're going to play.
And already Jebison getting involved, trying to win the ball from Jagielka and making Phil and his life very hard as Bogle steps in, intercepts a pass. He's got numbers here. Sanderberga into the box.
If we could just get the ball in the box.
Out for a corner. And there we go for the Blades. A set piece opportunity. You've got a big, tall lad in Dan Jebison. You've got the center backs coming up for this one. Maybe this is the opportunity for the Blades to build that energy back up.
Sanders saw that there was 2 Blades in there with 1 Stoke defender and tried to get the ball in. So, I mean, it was good that we got a deflection for a corner, but
yep. Norwood stepping up, taking it, and it goes to the back post.
It misses
over everybody's head, but it looked like Sharp might have gotten pushed as Doyle not able to keep the ball in, I guess, eventually.
No, I think it ran out.
The decision was very delayed there. But yes, I agree. Simon Sander, much more dangerous in this area. Scott Jebo's energy should help here. And you saw it immediately. He was already pressuring the Stoke City back line. And that's what he needs to do. Now Billy Sharp can kind of sit deeper, not have to be the man pressing the back line. Doesn't have to be that pressing forward. But it's that time late in the game. Jackie long throw with the towel, drying off the ball. Long throw time.
I think Stoke had a foul throw.
Yeah.
Is that what it looked like?
That probably was it, because Blades throwing from the same area. As Robinson steps up the ball into the box, but with Harry Suter in there, that's going to be really tough to get anything out of. But Robinson does collect the clearance, looking for an option, passing it far side. Billy Sharp heading it down. Ollie Norwood in a little bit of space. Heavy touch, but the pass in does get to Bonham, the Stoke City keeper, right before an L. So Stoke on the counter attack.
We'll take that. That one's easy.
Yeah, nobody there to receive that pass. So Robinson calmly passes back to Wes Fodderingham. We're in the 74th minute. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. You can tell both sides feeling that it is now or never to build the lead or try to equalize, as Stoke City is looking to do. Stoke with the possession right now in the midfield, looking for a pass. Laurent not able to run onto that one, and Maxlow clearing it long to the far side. And Billy Sharp stepping into defense. Phil Jagielka with the ball. And Stoke City pass into the box, gets through multiple people's legs. Nobody able to clear that one until it bounces to Tommy Doyle.
What are we doing?
Passes long, and Billy Sharp's not going to get there before Jags. That's a old men foot race that nobody wanted to watch.
Yeah, right? Nobody wants to watch that. That'd be slow. But I don't know why Tommy Doyle just lumped it forward. We could have worked that ball out of the midfield and worked it into their own half instead of just lumping it forward and letting them come again.
As Stoke City, another long ball forward. The ball gets around the Blades defenders, and Lewis Baker trying to create opportunities for his team. Ball eventually lands to Bogle, and the long clearance forward. Billy trying to get on it, and it should be a Blades throw in, and it is in the Stoke City half. But definitely long ball time for both teams right now. Nobody wanting to play through the middle, just lump it forward and see what happens. And
it's going to be a long 15 minutes here.
Yes,
if we keep playing like this. Yeah.
So Bogle on the ball now, cutting into the midfield. He's gotten space. He finds Daniel Jebison. Back heel to Sander Berge. If he can
my God,
it,
how did he miss?
How did he
miss? How did he miss?
Oh. Shirt and mouth for Sander Berge.
Yeah, he should after missing that one.
Bogle's
See, this is when the back heel worked.
The back heel finding
He's
Sander.
Just got to slot it home.
Tries to shoot it above the keeper instead of, as you say, trying to put it on the ground. I don't know if he had too many opportunities as two defenders were closing him. Maybe there was a pass on for Bogle, but that would have been the tightest of windows to try to get that one in. And that's as close as the Blades have looked this second half. Honestly, as close as either side has looked the second half. Nobody's had really, really good opportunities so far. So a substitution here coming, it looks like. Ben Osborne coming on for Billy Sharp. So there is a midfielder on for the Blades. I think Jebison may have just been warming up a little earlier when Njai had to come off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Well, we'll see what we got. It looks like somebody's down injured for Stoke City. Maybe it looks like medical staff ran onto the pitch when the skipper was coming off. So,
yeah. Speaking of players looking small, Ben Osborne standing next to Sander Berge.
Yeah, looks like his child. He only looks like he's this tall.
Osborne now, if you've got the stream up on SUTV, they had the wide shot, and you saw Ben Osborne and Harry Suter on completely different sides of the pitch, and you could tell.
Looks like a baby, man. Looks like a baby.
Makes me laugh, but
yeah. Well, we only got 12 minutes plus added time. So we'll see what I'd like to see him go get another goal, but it's just Stoker about to make a change. 2 changes it look like.
Yep. So
I think the goal scorer is going to come off.
Yep, he's at least walking to the side, maybe being one of the players substituted for, as we are in the 78th minute as some of these subs are happening. Score is still 2-1. Still all 3 goals happening in the first half. So First coming on for Stoke is number 10, Tyrese Campbell, who is a forward. And second change, 16. So that's going to be, if I pull up the lineup here, that's Ben Wilmot coming off for number 2, Harry Clark. So right back for right back, I assume there. Wilmot early on in this game looked pretty decent for Stoke with a bunch of long cross-field passes, but has been not really involved in this match thus far in the second half, as Norwood's pass up to Jebison goes out of play, raises his hand.
I think you went Wayne, but Cadras scored. If
Gotta
that
be
is
kidding me.
true.
We need a fact check on that because I don't believe it.
Oh man. Well, it is what it is. He didn't fit in here, so it is what it is. He's on a greener pastures.
Yep. Definitely a mismatch of system and player, but always a bummer when you bring a player in just that they don't perform. You want to see everybody do the best they can while they're here.
Yes, of course.
So Stoke City trying to push it up this left-hand side right now as we are into the 80th minute of play, about 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And very congested area for that throw in to go into. And Bogle elbowed, but no foul called by number 14 Timon there. And Egan deflecting a pass and eventually taking the safe option and passing the ball out for a Stoke City corner. So that's going to be corner number 5 of the game for them.
Ooh, boy.
And
I mean, you keep giving them chances. They're going to take their chances and bury one at some point.
Absolutely. So ball in.
Oh, God. That was like one of our corners.
Well over the box. Past everybody, but number 3 for Stoke, Fox, does get on that one as Jags trying to race Ben Osborne, and Ozzy does a decent enough job to win the throw in for Sheffield United.
Scott's right. It's all Stoke. I mean, we can't even do anything because what we're going to do here, we're going to throw the ball in, we're going to limp it forward, and then it's going to go right back to him. Or Jackie Longthrow is going to throw it right to him, and that's what he does.
Yep, Harry Suter jumping taller than everybody to win that header off the throw. Jefferson using some pace to go and pressure the goalkeeper there. And Norwood going up for the header, called for the foul on the halfway line.
A little nervy here. Little nervy. As we're inside of 10 minutes to go. Can be in the 80. We are in the 81st minute. So, whew. If we see this one out, I'm okay. But God, we didn't. Why did we have to make it so nervy?
Yep, we were asking for more goals. We did not get more goals. Still no goals in the second half for either side, as Stoke keeper lumps the ball forward. Sheffield United heads reach it, and Sander bounced to him, but he was coming from an offside position, so lets that one roll by, and Stoke City had the ball again. Another long ball here, and this might be what we see for the foreseeable future as new substitute number 10 for Stoke gets on the end of this one, crosses it in with the left foot, and the head.
Save.
Wow. Brown's header just within reach of Wes Fotheringham. Good save for Wes. That easily could have been the equalizer.
Oh, yeah, easily. It was a good header. Good header.
Great cross from Tyrese Campbell there.
And they'll seem to have it under control, but is just the hoof it forward 500 here or what?
Yeah. Bogle on it now, right at the edge of the area, looking to cross it in to Osborne or Jebison.
Jebison looks like he had been shot.
Yeah, rolling on the ground right now. But Max Lowe has the ball, trying to figure out what his best option is. Ben Osborne now between him and Tommy Doyle, passing it back and forth on the far left-hand side for the Blades. And Sander has come over to assist. Max Lowe coming back now, and at least keeping a little bit more possession here for the Blades. Ben Osborne, if he's onside, in a great possession, and
he was off.
I think the flag goes up. Yep, so it will be offside. free kick for Stoke City. But yeah, Jebison, not sure what happened there. We haven't seen a replay yet, but looks like he might have got a bit of a bump there as that cross had come in.
Latest update: Johnny's Burnley are winning, unfortunately. So it'll set up perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
So Bogle collecting that ball, passing it back to Wes, who clears it long. Sander trying to get on the end of it and does get ahead to it. Jebison just not a good opportunity.
Just can't get the
one.
ball for more than literally 30 seconds. It's so frustrating. And then they do the same thing. It's the hoof it downfield 500. I mean, it's literally we're going in a giant circle because we go down the right-hand side and they come down the left. Or they go down their left. And it just goes round in a circle. That's all we're doing. We're playing down the same side of the pitch and they're playing down the same side of the pitch. And it's just one big circle.
Yep. A little bit of time off the clock there.
Here we go again. We hoofed it forward. It's back to the goalkeeper. And here they go down the other side. That's it. Look, it's down the right-hand side. The ball made one giant circle.
Ball is staying down on the Blades end, though, as Timon working it into the box, trying to get past Bogle. The block and another corner for Stoke City. Their fans are up on their feet. They're happy about that. So corner number 6 of the game.
Yeah.
Now,
probably. Yeah.
So Stoke City having far more corner opportunities in this match. Still nothing coming from any of them. Most of the deliveries have been poor. That one not as poor. And hard to tell who that went off of. Everybody's hands are in the air, and goal kick is given.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, dude, come on. Like, double blade circle of life. Wayne thought I was doing the windmill. It's just like, man. And Scott's right like this. It's like a heart attack waiting to happen.
So we've just crossed the 85th minute now as Stoke City make one more change, bringing Gale on. Mr. Dwight Gale.
This is like the senior citizen game now.
I know, I was just checking the age.
32?
33.
33? Jesus.
Yep. So between him, Billy Sharp, Phil Jagielka.
You almost got 100 years of age there.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, right? That's insane.
So, ball out for another Stoke City throw.
Just guess what we did? We hoofed it forward and it went out of play.
Yep. And Stoke lumping it forward now. Brown able to collect the ball and passing it out wide to substitute number 2 there for Stoke City. It gets back to Timon on the left-hand side. Cross in the box, and Dwight Gill almost able to get on the end of that one. And luckily, Max Lowe doing a great job winning the goal kick for the Blades, defending nicely against Laurent. That's good stuff, Max Lowe coming all the way from the left-hand side there.
Yeah, and clearing that up. That was a really good play because it kind of fell to the Stoke City player in the box, and then Bogle didn't want to go track it down because they thought he was going to put it in, and he had to keep his hands to his side, and then Max Lowe came across and was able to clear it out. Here we go. Hoof it forward.
Wes stepping up to take the goal kick. Everybody long.
On the right, and it's going out of play. And it bounces in front of.
Yeah.
Bogle.
Now Bogle might have gotten fouled there, so. But the industrious Ben Osborne trying to put some pressure on the Stoke City back line. Max Lowe jumping up, getting ahead to that long pass. But the ball does land to Harry Suter's feet. And, man, when he moves forward, you could just tell how big he is. Sorry, I can't get over that. It's like playing against a giant.
He's massive. He is massive.
He hasn't crossed halfway very many times this match, not from a set piece. And when he does, you just can see that size. So Ben Osborne tracking back, trying to figure out where to.
He was going the wrong way. He's going towards our goal.
Yeah. And another ball cleared out. Another Stoke throw.
Or throw in. I'm like, dude, Osborne, you're running the wall. If you're going to run away from goal, man.
So 87 and a half minutes played in this one.
No way.
The throw coming through, Anel having to clear it. So that'll be out for another throw on the far side.
Oh, man. There's just the throw-ins come into a dangerous area every single time.
Yep. Excuse me. As see, number 10 for Stoke trying to get into the box.
Play it out of the back. Oh my God, Ben Osborne, that was awful.
Not able to get a pass past the Stoke player. Jebison looked like he was fouled, but doesn't look like a foul is going to be given. So that ball rolled all the way into the Stoke City half, and they're back on the ball.
This is all Stoke all the time.
Yep.
On your
Another
radio
ball
station.
In. Jack Robinson, a foul called as he is hitting the head there, going up for that header. So eventually a little bit of a reprieve for the Blades here.
I mean, we really struggle for people that can handle the ball when we get in situations like this. Honestly, it's. Here we go with West just hoofing it forward, and it just goes right to Stoke for another throw-in.
I don't even need to do anything calling this game. You can just keep saying that over and over.
I mean, yeah, it's just like you could play this on repeat every single time.
Yeah. So into the 90th minute right now, about 50 seconds to go before stoppage time. So we'll see how much is put on the clock as finally a long ball not needed for the Blades. Tommy Doyle in the midfield with possession in Stoke's half. Jaden Bogle now on the near side, cutting into the middle.
No, Jebo's in. Damn it, he's offsides.
Yep, and the ricochet does land to Tommy Doyle, who crosses it in.
Get in! Come on! Let's go!
There it is.
Come on! That's it, boys. That's it. That is it. Thank God. Wow. All right, I'm going to play the music. Jesus, we love to make it so friggin' hard. I mean, it was the wherewithal with Tommy Doyle after it takes the deflection to keep it going, and then Bogle and Jebison were standing right there in the box, and it was just a simple tap at home.
Yeah, Bogle didn't have the pass to Jebison on, so had to continue his run. Takes a deflection, which Tommy Doyle, like you said, is smart too. On the right-hand side, gets that cross in, and either Bogle or Jebison could have taken that one past the keeper. Bogle decides to step in for his second goal, a brace for Jaden Bogle, 3-1 lead for the Blades, and we are into stoppage time. And as usual, because of the excitement I missed.
Yeah, I don't even know how much
time we have.
I don't know how much added time we have.
But we're about a minute into it already. So certainly whatever was put on the board, probably add 30 or so seconds to that one as it happened right at the end of regular time.
Scott's usually good on how much added time we had, but considering we scored so late.
And yeah, Stoke now really has to go for it. So that's going to open up other opportunities for the Blades to work it down and either hold it at the corner flag or even try to get a fourth one. As Jaden Bogle cutting inside, losing the touch, and Stoke City not convincing here, trying to get it out of their half. But this two goal lead now gives the Blades a little bit more confidence to step in and take a few more risks.
Oh no! God, West, do something, man! Quit standing there.
Brown taking some lucky bounces there, getting in the way. Wes luckily able to get the ball first, but not comfortable, to say the least.
No, God, I mean, he made a shambles of that. Just come out and claim the ball.
So ball in to the box from Suter. Jaden Bogle whiffs on that one.
The whiff.
And here's the Stoke City players working it down the left-hand side. Norwood and Doyle stepping in to take care of that one. A long ball over the top. Jebison onside.
Oh,
Suter
foul. That's a red.
That's got
to be a red, dude. He's the last offender. He's got to be off. Yeah. A
yellow?
yellow? Are you serious? How? He was the last guy. He dragged him down.
I don't get that, but
I mean,
Yeah.
clearly, right here. Yeah, Jebo might have tripped himself.
So I guess for the
No, he tripped him up. Suter did trip him up.
yeah. Well, either way, a card is given for Harry Suter. Blades have a free kick. We're 3 minutes into stoppage time.
There can't be
Uh,
much left, right?
yeah, not exactly sure on what the total was put up on the board, but with the 2-goal lead, things a little bit more comfortable for Sheffield United as Ollie Norwood steps into this one. Ball in, does not get past Harry Suter. And Bogle clearing this ball long, well into the stands for a Stoke City throw. But that
He's
second
got a
goal.
feeling.
Oof,
He's got a feeling. Thanks
as
for listening, John.
yeah, Blades winning the ball again,
Can't
and
be much time
Sander
left.
passing it forward.
Another minute tops. Oh, it was 5. Scott says it was 5 added minutes.
So looking about maybe 5:30 with the time after the goal.
Yeah. So we got about a minute and a half.
Yep, Lewis Baker on the ball for Stoke right now, passing it out wide to number 3 Fox, and here's Timon again.
If they were to get a goal here, Cheese gets more binding again.
Yep, definitely. Back to Jags. Tries the long field pass out wide to number 2, Harry Clark, who's cutting it inside, crossing it, but over everybody's head. Timon barely getting to this one, but well outside of the box. Cross back in from the left-hand side and headed clear, landing to Phil Jagielka, who looks like he wants to be involved here. He's pushing forward now, waiting for the cross from Timon. Working on Bogle. Sanders stepping in, trying to help. And number 3, Fox, takes a deflection on that cross, and Doyle's clearance slips a little bit as he clears it, but does get it out for a Stoke City throw as we are approaching 5 minutes. Again, expecting a little bit more time than 5 as the Stoke City.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Right on 5 minutes. So the whistle blow and 3-1 Sheffield United over Stoke City. A great 3 points, putting us 12 points clear of third place. What a game.
Yeah. What a game. I think I'm going to play. I think I'm going to. I mean, full time, 3-1. It wasn't comfortable. It was nervy. We saw it out. Yeah, I need a. I don't. I'm speechless. But we got the win. This one right here, easy win of the Blades. We definitely cannot miss Illy. It was. Hopefully he's not out hurt. Thanks for everybody that watched. Yeah, it just.
I agree with Portland Blade here. It definitely, if you watch that match, and even, trying to pull up the stats here, but the stats kind of show that, we should have won, but Stoke City had a lot more possession. They had a lot more shots on target. It was just a matter of we had the better quality at the end of the day. And so, deserved win. I'm not going to say we did a smash and grab or anything like that. 3 goals, you really do deserve that win, but it didn't look like a 3-1 win. It looked like a gritty 1-0 or a 2-1 kind of game. If you told me this was a draw after watching it, if you just cut out the goals, I'd have believed you.
Yeah. No, you're right. 10 more wins should do it. Okay, I'm okay with that, Dublin Blade. Yeah, I mean, like we alluded to, got the 2 early goals. Stoke pegged us back on halftime, and then they controlled the game for the majority of the second half, and then we just caught them on the break to put the third home, and we go on a Hull on Friday night football. So I don't know if there's going to be a watch along for that one.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will keep you posted. Final thoughts there, Captain Casa, as we wrap this one up from a winning Bramall Lane.
Yeah. Obviously, Illiman and Jai taken out with an injury, so we want to know what that news is. If it's long term, if it's short term, what that is. Thoughts on some of the key players. Sander and James McAtee, I think both looked a little pedestrian for large stages of this game, but we also didn't have a lot of possession. We were playing down the wings more so, and so that's kind of to be expected. And speaking of, the wings, Jaden Bogle, Max Lowe, both great games. Lowe with an assist. Jaden Bogle with the 2 goals. Man of the match wise, I think I got to go Jaden Bogle. When you get a brace like that from a wing back position, and 2 comfortable goals, 1 solo, 1 really he drove the ball in. It took a deflection and got the pass back from Tommy Doyle to slot that one home. So really, Jaden Bogle, I think, stepped it up today, defended well enough, and really helped out on the offensive side. So
yeah, I would agree. Hopefully, Indai is not out for too long. Maybe it's just a risk management issue. And I have to agree. My man of the match is Jaden Bogle. Great performance. And we, like I said, onward and upward to Hull on Friday night. So that is probably going to do it for us at the Sheff United away. If you haven't done so, and anybody that's still in the chat, subscribe to the Sheff United away. Subscribe to and like this video if you still can. Listen to mine, Noah, and sometimes Robert's pod, Red Half of Sheffield. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, Red Sheffield. Robert, where can they find you? Your tag, your hashtag, or whatever it's called is right there.
Usually on Twitter at Captain Cosa, talking Blades, talking other sports. It's a good time.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at cjarvis_13. And it's too early to tell if we'll have a watch along for Hull. I might see. I don't believe my work schedule interferes too much. I might have to go a solo mission, but might try, and it'll be a very interesting commentary from me. But we will let you guys. We'll keep you posted on all the social medias whether we're going to have one or not. But after that, we might see you down the road if we don't do one. So, from all of us at the Sheff United Way, peace.